Hello, everyone. We have Ryan Steinolfson here. I pronounced it right the first time. This is a really good day. Ryan, why don't you introduce to your agency as well, real quick?
Yeah, so again, my name is Ryan Steinolfson. Some people just say Snuffleupagus. I always got to make my wife hates it when I say it. She's like, "Don't do that to your name," but I'm like, whatever. So,
Yeah.
it's Accelerate Marketing, another tongue twister kind of. So, Accelerate Marketing is our company. We've been around for a little bit more than a decade now, doing this local SEO, reputation management, and Google Ads thing, and that's what we do.
So the intention of today's call is to go through what is reputation management for the typical small to medium-sized business. What is reputation management from a zoomed out perspective, and how can someone manage their online reputation?
Okay. It's a very big question, but I'll try to take that in parts and so that it's digestible for everybody. So first and foremost, let's just zoom back and talk about what reputation management is. And first and foremost, I'd be remiss if I didn't say that it's reputation management and reputation marketing. They're really two separate things. And because it's really critical to identify that once you get good reviews, you've only gotten halfway to the goal line. If you're not marketing those reviews to get more clients, customers, patients, etc., then it's like, if a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to hear it, like, doesn't make a sound. Like, it's like if you're getting good reviews but nobody's seeing them, who really cares? So that first and foremost, I want to start there. Okay, so it's reputation management, which really for SMBs is not what a lot of people think it is. What it is it's just simply getting reviews on the major directories so that your Google My Business listing shows up in the search results with those reviews attached. I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see an example. The first thing that you want to do is you want to do a search for your business name plus the geo modifier of your city. How you're doing in terms of your reputation. That is your reputation, okay? So here's us. You can see we've got 223 Google reviews. You can see it's telling us where we're at, and you can see that we've got people that are competing for big click solutions was running an ad for our keyword for our company, which is pretty cool. And then so you can see that we've got a video carousel showing up here. We've got Glassdoor, which is another directory just like Google My Business is. You can see here that we've got Yelp, we've got MapQuest, LinkedIn, Facebook, UpCity. So these are in order from top to bottom, the order of the importance of the directories that you want to focus on in order to better, and you might even want to put the word reviews in there, because this is the search that 60 to 70% of people are going to do even after they're referred to your business. I'll say that again. 50 to 70% of people will do this type of a search even if they're referred by a brother, mother, sister, father, whatever, friend. This is what they're going to see. So what do you want to do? You want to make sure that you've got videos showing up. You want to make sure that every one of these directories has 5 stars being identified with your business. And if you see one that's less, then I would focus on that one first. And just understand, though, that Google is the crown jewel of them all, because ultimately, and here's the secret, when you get more reviews, you get higher ratings. I'll say that again. That's a repeater. That's a writer-downer. When you get more reviews, you get higher rankings. I didn't say when you get more reviews, you get higher rankings in the search results. That is so important for everybody to understand. And that's the secret sauce that's helped us get our clients to the top of keywords like, and that's first and foremost because we've got a great process that I'm going to share with you in a second about, is we have a great process that involves grassroots involvement of the staff. We call it a review culture training, and we do that because it multiplies, it creates an army of people in your staff that can ask the question for a review, can ask for a review at the time that it's most valuable. And you can incentivize your staff to do that. Okay? People don't know that. You can pay your staff to actually ask for reviews. And typically those reviews are going to be much more valuable because that person that's asking for the review is the one that's got the relationship. So, but there are very, very leveraged ways, strategies that we recommend, like, for example, text messaging the request for reviews. How many unopened texts do you have in your unopened box for your for whatever texting system you use, Bill? How many?
Zero.
Yeah. How many unopened emails do you have?
A lot more.
Yeah, like hundreds of thousands. So, and this is the reason why, because text messages 99% of the time are open within 15 minutes, and the open rate is close to 97%. Okay. So this is the reason why texting a request for reviews works. And what we do is we take our clients by the hand and we just ask for the numbers of people, and then we actually text the people on their behalf, and we do it through our call rail system, and it works really, really well. This is what you want to do. This is how you want to look up your reputation, and you want to work on. My suggestion is 95% of the time you're going to be working on Google first, just because it's 70% of people look for businesses on Google first. So that, I hope that makes sense. I mean, this is really where you want to go. And this is what's going to generate this kind of a result.
And after you do this search, I'm going to ask some questions to make sure that myself and everyone's clear.
Yep. So this is what people would look for a property manager in Houston. Okay. And, you can see that this is our client, and they've got more reviews than anybody other than our other client that is in San Antonio. 568 reviews and counting. We started with them 5 years ago. They now have 200 inbound phone calls coming in from exclusively their Google My Business listing. Why? Because there's 320 people searching for this keyword alone on a monthly basis. You can
Not
see
to
what
mention variations,
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying. That's where they're getting 200 inbound phone calls. What is this worth to them? Each door is worth approximately $5,000, and they're closing about 20 new doors a month as a result of those 200 inbound phone calls now. And that translates into $100,000 in additional revenue to their bottom line, over $1.2 million over a year period. And without any additional marketing, that is what getting reviews has done to their company. Because I can tell you right now, they were not ranking in this position. They were not showing up on the maps when we first got to them.
Yep.
They were a brand new company, and we worked very hard, and this is the result, and no one's going to supplant them.
So let me ask some of these questions. So yeah, you're dropping a lot of bombs right now. So this is very good. So you said a couple of gems I want to slow down and mention. Number one is to focus on Google first. So that's an interesting takeaway. A lot of people think of reputation management as this term that's nebulous, zoomed out, right? It's cool to hear the reality behind the fact that people are going to go to Google first. 60% you said are going to be typing in your business name and then the word reviews, which I do all the time when I'm making purchasing decisions, especially big purchasing decisions. Obviously, more reviews equals higher rankings. That is one ranking factor, according to the Moz local SEO study that they recently did. Reviews is a ranking factor. And if you get to an inordinate number of reviews, sometimes that can supersede if you have a lower domain authority or some other factors that are a little lower on the scale. So it can help. The biggest takeaway for me personally, which everyone else probably was shocked when you said it, not shocked, but it's just an awesome concept. Review culture training. What? Like that term was brilliant that you used that, because that's really what it is. A lot of people feel guilt or fear around asking for reviews, right? And you've created this cultural push, which is really where it starts. Where at the peak of the customer's experience, you have a culture of asking for that review while the emotional spike is happening in the customer's mind. Text messaging, another big takeaway, 99% open in under 15 minutes. So I do this in my sales process. The fact that you guys do this through CallRail is interesting to me. So let's dive deeper into the system behind this so that we can have more meat on the bone. So we understand the result of getting reviews. We understand that we need to focus on Google. So how do we get reviews? Once this review culture training has taken place, what are some ways that people can get reviews in a more systematic fashion whether it's outsourcing it to a company like you or other companies, or having that internal culture to do it? What's the step-by-step?
Well, the first step is to make it easy for people. And the way to make it easy is to go into your back office for you go to business.google.com and you go into your Google My Business page. When you go into your Google My Business page, what you want to do is you want to go down to, there's a place there that gives you a link. And we call it a Google naked link. Because it's just that. I mean, you're basically naked out there to basically receive a review from anybody, and that can sometimes create a problem or an issue. If you don't, in other words, you just got to be aware that when you send out that link, like it's going to take them right to where they can leave you a review. And so in that sense, you're exposed as if you're naked, because they're going to be able to go right there to leave you a review. And so you want to make sure that you are sending it to the appropriate person and at the right time. So here, I'm going to show my screen. In this home section here, I don't know why it's not showing for ours right now, but in this home section, there is a place where there is a link that will show up here, and I'll show you in a second. I'm going to show another one, but in this back office here, and I'm going to show you one. Let me stop sharing, and then I'm going to go to another business to find one. So I'm in one of my clients' accounts. So you can see here, get more reviews, get feedback. Okay, so here's this link. I might have just missed it. This is basically the holy grail, if you will, of getting reviews. Why? Because it takes them, we waited years for a link that works just like this. Do you see this? See this Google review box? This is the holy grail. This right here is 95% of the reason why people don't leave reviews is because they do not know where to go to leave a review. So this is what's called the Google Naked link. We call it that. But in the dashboard, all you do is you go to the home section here, and you go down to, they just changed. We had the same thing in ours. I just missed it because they now call it something different. So they used to say get reviews, and now they're calling it get feedback. So you just click on get feedback, and then you just copy this link, and that is you can text that out, you can email it out, you can send it with a carrier pigeon to somebody, whatever you need to do. You got to get that in people's hands so they can click on it. And then look at that. That is beautiful. It takes them right to the review box. So all they got to do, they don't need to search anything. They don't need to do anything. All they got to do is just type in the review immediately. They don't have to go to your Google My Business page and try to figure out where to go, what, blah, blah, blah. So that's the key, is you've got to make it easy for the person to leave a review.
So how do you automate that through a call tracking service like CallRail, or is it not? It's manual cut and paste the link and text from CallRail app.
Yep, it's manual. We do, it's old school, and that's why it works.
Interesting. Okay.
Look, these are really, these are really powerful. These are really important to get, and so we want to make sure that we are, these are very here. So here's ours. Get feedback. Right here.
Yep.
So
got it.
Yep.
That's how someone can get reviews on their Google My Business profile. Thank you. What's a more zoomed out strategy for reputation management? Is it really just as simple as Googling your business name, looking at the top 4 or 5 results that show up that have reviews available, and then just legitimate grassroots asking? Or is there some secret, because everyone wants the magic pill, right?
Yeah, you can do that, use that same link, and you can email it out and automate that process. That's the easy button. You can do that. But in our review culture training, we teach a lot more that helps them get more reviews and get them better reviews. So we've got a system for that as well. And that's why we do the training over and over, and we got to get their buy-in. We've got to do education. The staff has to understand why they're important,
Yep. Good point. Awesome. Thanks, Ryan. Hey guys, I hope you liked this one on reputation management. If you did, please give us a subscribe on our YouTube channel so you can get instant updates for Jedi Knight secrets like this every time we release them on the internet. Ryan is an expert in reputation management, and that's what we went through in this video. So we look forward to providing more value to you in the future. Stay great.